So, all right, so let's begin here. Firstly, I goes to the, go here, goes to the, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yep, good. All right, so you can see what's the result here. You can see based on accuracy. You can see a lot of people do excellent job for the last week's exam. Especially, I should say, Jason Hu, 你看 100%, Aiden Zhao, 100%. See, Gathic also 98%. Will, 97. Conwin, 95. Very good. James.
Not me.
James Low. I don't know.
I got a horrible score.
Just sometimes you guys do very quickly in the initial, learn a lot. But the final step, I will be find out you guys do better and better. Wesley, Deborah, Cindy, Robin. Robin, initially I thought it's a lot of wrong. And slow down. I ask you guys, slow down, slow down. Yep, you gotta do better. Melanie, James, you are here, right? Daniel and Eric, Daniel Zhang, another Daniel Zhang, and Robin, another two Robin. Robin, you try twice. Let me delete this one, okay? Keep it, just delete it later. Okay, and Lucy, you didn't finish. Take it, so maybe take a little bit longer time to do. We win. Yep. Let me see, we will maybe have two of them, 2 attempts. Let's see second one. Oh, for the first one you didn't finish, then you try the second one. And yeah, Jason was this one, James was do the second one, Jason. And I know this one, Peterson. He was doing another code. He was also 100%. That's on the other side. All right, so anyone, if you failed, not good. I would have sent this to one more time if you guys if you guys not feel comfortable to your results, just do one more time, okay? All right, so we go to the questions. Let's review this exam for this week. And this week we don't like to go to the new topics. So we just review what we did, what's going on, and then we go to the new topic next week. So I just based on accuracies, try to talk from who do most wrong and who Aiden Zhao was joining. And who was, the one was most wrong, the accuracy was highest, not good, beginning from this one, okay? So take your notebook out. We talk and make sure you can write down something like a wrong one, and we're beginning from here, okay? Don't forget to do notebook, especially you guys like go back to see what's happening. Okay, let's see the 63 here. This one is most wrong. You can see here, I just based on the accuracy. Who do the most wrong is the lowest one. Here is only 45% people do correct. Okay, let's begin this one. So if you have questions, you can raise your hand, unmute yourself, talk anytime, okay? All right, let's begin this one. 63. Which of the following line goes through this point, -3, 4, and is perpendicular to this? I can see who do wrong actually from here. So specifically, you can see. Let me adjust my control bar here. Okay, so see this one. So pass through this dot and perpendicular. When we say one line perpendicular to this line, What's the relationship between the two? Let's say first line is say M1 plus B1, okay? And Y2, the second line, say M2 plus B2. Let me take this off. So first line, line 1, and line 2. What's the relationship of these two if they are perpendicular to each other? M1, the slope of them, M1, right? The time together equals -1, right? Right? So if we know one of the linear line right here, we can see their slope is what? Slope is 3/2 here, right? So one of them is 3/2. So we don't know what the other one. So the other one is what? It's -2/3, right? So we know one of the dot, and at the same time, we know the slope. So we can got what? We can got the line, right? So y equals, the slope is ready. We say B2, okay? So M2 is decided, but the B2 is not determined. So since this line path -3, 4, so we just replace it, try to see what's the B2 at. So y is 4, x is -3, right? So we got B2. So here is +2, right? So B2 is 2, right? So we can put a list, replace this one with 2. So the linear line is -2/3x plus 2. Let's see this one, right? Right? Then we can find a slope. We can find a B2. We got it, this one. So, is it? Anyone understand this one? Anyone have questions?
I don't.
Excellent. Good. Anyone have questions? Raise your hand so we can talk a little bit more. If I didn't heard you guys say response, I would move on. Okay. Okay, so no here questions. Let's go next. Which expression below equivalent to this one? Actually, so this one means what? Means we do some distribution, right? Polynomial in distribution. So what method we can use? We can use the rectangular methods, right? Rectangular methods. So one is -2x squared and 4x and plus 4, right? The other one is 3x and -5. -5. So what do we got? So here is -6x cubic, 12x squared, and 12x. This one is +10, right? -5 and +10 x squared. And here is -20x. And here is -20. So I find the like terms. So here is like terms. We can get a -6x cubic, and like terms put together is 22x squared. And this is like terms. So it became -x, and that's one constant is itself. So let's find which one is match up. Actually, this one additional here, this is not correct, right? And so 6x cubic 3 plus 22x minus ax minus 20. So this one is wrong. And this one here is wrong, right? And here is wrong here. So this one actually the expression, I think I describe is not good. Here is x power 3. Just forgot to describe here. So this one is correct. So I should go back to change this one. Let me see. This is Q622. Make sure next time not do that again. All right. Anyone have questions here? Nee. Okay, let's move on. 61. We go this way is a little bit better, right? Because most are wrong and go and this will be a little bit better. And so we can get less expression, less stress. All right, let's see the 61. 61. Which equation is standard form? What's the standard form? Standard form is ax plus by equals c, right? Good, very good. Yep. So you can see which one is good, is match up here, right? Okay, so since we say talking about standard form, we also need to talk about slope and just slope of y-intercept form, right? Y-intercept. So this is y equal mx plus b. This is slope y-intercept form. And we also talk about the slope point form. Point. So if you give you point, say is P and Q, and the slope is M. So you can say y minus Q equal mx minus P, right? So this is slope step form. And actually this one, if you transform, you can know the slope come from, right? You can get this, where's the slope, where you got, when you give you a linear line, give you a 2 dots. So this one is x1, y1, this one is x2, y2. So you can get a slope is from y1 minus y2 get x1 minus x2, right? Because slope is right from this side over this side, right? So this side is y1 minus y2, and this side is x1 minus x2, right? So the slope is come from this side over this side over this side. So actually, in near future, if you learn geometry, you know this angle, we call this something like alpha. So actually, the slope is related to this alpha. We say tangent alpha equals the face line, this one face to here, right? And this adjacent line side. So actually the same. Near future will give you at least one. So actually this one is exactly equal to our slope. And you know this is geometry. If you this side is A, and this side is B, and this side is C, so actually this one means over A over B, right? This called geometry triangle. They have a lot of interesting word we talk. You guys will learn actually Algebra 2, maybe a little bit later. No, Algebra 2, yeah, we'll go to Algebra 2, we'll learn this part. It's very useful methods for math. All right, so the result is HPC, right? Standard format, we just extend a little bit about slope point, and also talking about where the slope come from. Is it good? Did you guys like it? What are these kinds of talking? Okay. Nobody responds me. Did you guys? Someone responds to me. Make some noise. Make sure I know what you guys doing.
Noise.
Noise. Noise. Okay. Daniel, Zhou, and Daniel, Jing. Can you guys turn on your camera? Let me see what's the difference between you two. Make sure I can figure out who you are. Daniel Zheng is a table.
Yes, my camera. Using a monitor. Do you see the chair here? I'm sitting on the chair. This is me. I'm actually sitting on a monitor, which means I have table up here and my computer is down here right now.
Okay. Let me see where Daniel Zheng, Daniel Zhou. Daniel Zhou, can you turn on your camera? Let me see who you are. Okay, you got it. So did you have any question to this, to what are we talking now? No? Okay. Make some questions, okay? If you, please be active. Be active. If you have questions, just bring it up, you know. Let's not too much embarrassing stuff, you know. We don't know, just we don't know. We learn it and we will know, right? That's the methods. That's what we need to learn. If you don't know and finally you didn't bring it up, you still don't know, right? That's why when it comes to these classes, we're learning. All right, let's move on. 60. Okay, let's see here. Given the line, this is line, linear line. Write the equation of a line perpendicular to it and pass through this one. Oh, we just talked about this one, right? So firstly, we need to find out the slope of this one, right? Let's see, what's the slope of this one? So we need to go to 3y equals negative
2x 9.
3y equals 2x minus 9, right? Plus 9, minus 9, sorry. 2x minus 9. So both sides divide 3. So you got a 2 over 3x minus 3, right? You got it? Okay, so the slope for this one is 2 over 3. So the other line is perpendicular to it. So M2. We know M2 times M1 equal -1 if they are perpendicular to each other. So we know the M1 is 2 over 3. 2 over 3 equal -1, right? So M2 equal -3 over 2, right? Got it. And we know the slope and they pass this dot. So we can got to say M2, right? Earlier, what do we got to say? Y minus y1, right? Equals, they just give one of the dots is x1, y1, they pass this dot. So you know the slope. So the slope dot format, what are we right now talking about is like this, right? So we just, so this dot we know is 4, -1. So we just replace M2, X1, Y1 in this format. So Y minus -1, so it's plus 1, right? So this one is -3 over 2x minus 1, x1 is 4 right here. So simplify a little bit. So y equal -3 over 2x. So here is positive 6, right? Positive 6 minus 1, you got a 5. So that's it. Let's go find out which one match up. Not this one, right? Not this one. Not this one. Oh, yeah, this one. Yep, 11 people do good, and the rest people are a little bit different. So by now you can find out what's going on, what's happening, how we do that, right? Firstly, we need to read this question carefully and try to find out what we need, and then to answer the questions. You can see our logical process. We find the slope and then find the second slope. After we find second slope, we know the dot. We just need this one to find out the linear line and finally simplify, get it. First step, second step, third step, fourth step. That's it. That's it. Okay. Let me see. You can see if you have wrong, you better go back to see what's going one more time. Okay. I will send this link out again. Excuse me. All right, let's go next one. 59. 59. Match the overlap on the left. So what's the overlap? Actually, this part, right? All right. So it's this area is the overlap. So let's one line here and second line here, right? So we need to find these two lines. Let me zoom in a little bit, make sure everyone can see it. A little bit clear. Can you guys see this a little bit clear? Okay. Okay, so see this line. So we need to find out these two lines. Find this borderline first. What's the borderline of this one? Let's check this one first. So we say line 1. Okay, line 1. So they go pass through the 0, 0. They pass through 1, 2, 3. They pass the original line, also pass to 1, 3, right? So 1, 3. So based on these two dots, we know the slope is 3, right? So we can get y equal 3x for this line. So this line, right? So this is solid line. And the overlap area is above this line. So we say y greater or equal 3x for this area, right? For this area, we got it, this one. So we find the first dot. So this shadow area is above this line. You can take one start to check it. Okay, so we can just say, okay, here we say 0, 3. 0, 3. If put a 0 here, the 0 here, so right side is got 0 and y got 3. Does it make sense? Definitely makes sense. So it means including this dot is the top side of this line, right? And they are solid lines, so we added a equal here. So we find the first part. Okay, let's see the second line. Second line, 1, 2, 3, 4. They pass the 0, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? They pass 2, 0. Pass through this dot, and the slope is the angle actually turn left a little bit in this direction, so it should be negative, right? So they pass the 4, 0, 4, and 2. So we can find the slope. They pass 0, 4, and 2, 0. So first we find the slope. We find the slope. Slope is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, right? So we can got y2 is 0 minus 4, and x2 is 2 minus 0. So it's negative 2. So we find the slope negative 2, and these two dots, we pick any of the dot. Actually, this is y-intercept for our, can we quickly decide that the line is negative 2x plus 4, right? This is second line here. So second line. So you can see this line actually is below, this overlap area actually is below of this one, right? So when they say below, we say y less than negative 2x plus 4. We need to check if they are solid line or dashed line. Looks here is dashed line, right? Can you guys see here is dashed line? It's a little bit dot, not so clear. I'm sorry for this one, it's not so clear, but yeah, so we don't need to add the equal here. So we got one is y greater or equal 3x. You see this dash line? And the other one is less than. This is not really very good clear. I think here is the dot as well, just like you guys doing. And Did you guys ever, someone have ever seen this is dashed line or solid line? If they are a solid line, we need to add equal here. If they are not solid line, we need to take this off, right? Okay, so at least we know this line. One is y equal 3x. The other line is y equal negative 2x plus 1. Actually, you guys don't even do that one. All the choices, they are do the same. Actually give you the same. The only thing right now you need to find out is for the y equal 3x one is the above this one. So here is above, here is above. So this two is wrong, right? The second part, the second line is below this one. Below here, below means less than. So here is correct. So here is wrong, right? So only choice is D. So I apologize for this one. It's not easily to find out is solid line or dashed line. Should be a little bit clear for the drawing. So looks like here is the dashed line. The only choice available here is D. Is D. Is it good? Everyone can understand what we're talking right now? Too many people. Everyone was keep it quiet, making me look like talk to myself. Okay. Anyone have questions? James, do you have questions? Cindy, do you have that one? Eric? Vivian? Melanie? Oh my, you guys just try hide behind the camera. No response. Okay. All right, so no response means no question. Okay, let me move on. So, okay, so we go to the 58. What's the slope of a line parallel to the line whose equation is here? So is this one 2x, negative 2x plus y equal negative 7. So what's the slope of this one? So we need to find out slope, right? If they are parallel to this one, it means the slope is the same to here. So let's find out. Let's rewrite it here first. Okay, so y equals to 2x minus 7, right? Right. So the slope is 2, right? It's the coefficient of this one, right? Okay, so you got 2, right? Slope is 2. If the slope is 2 and they are equal to each other, if their y-intercept is not different, I mean it's different, they will be parallel to each other as well. So when they parallel, it means the slope is the same, the y-intercept is different, right? So this is parallel. So if they are overlap together, they are exactly over the same. So their slope is exactly the same. Their y-intercept also exactly the same. So they will be overlap. These two linear lines is exactly the same. So they will be called overlap. Okay, I think a lot of people do 50% go up now, right now. So don't forget to say the slope actually is 2, not negative 2, right? The slope is not half, not negative half. We just do quick transformation of this linear line. You should get a coefficient of this x and find out the slope. Okay, let's go next. So 57. Write the equation of the line. Let's go through these 2 dots in slope intercept form. So ask you.
Isn't this B with these instead the only one in the slope intercept?
Yep. So intercept. Yep. James, you are right. So, okay, let's find out the slope first. So slope, we say x1, right? y1, x2, y2. So slope, we can get is y2, 13, y1, 1, x2, 2, x1, -4, right? It's 12 over 6 equal 2. Okay, so we pick one of them. Let's pick first one to do the linear line. So y minus 1 equals 2. X minus -4, we could plus 4. So do some transform. So y equal 2x is positive 8 plus 1, right? Plus 9. Plus 9, right? So the result would be B, right? This one match up. Yeah, 12 people do correct, 55% people. If you someone say, I want to pick a least dot, it's okay, the same. Let's do the one, say minus 13, and slope is still 2, right? Minus 2. Let's see what's going on. So y equal here, let's see here, 2x minus 4 plus 13. So here also 9, so still the same, right? Right. So they are not different. Whatever dot you pick up, the result should be the same, no difference. Is it good? So actually today I teach another class called SAT Math. They have these kinds of question in their text. So it means if you go to the high school and finally finish your high school, go to the SAT Math text, and we will do these kinds of questions all the time, again and again and again. So that's the math. Okay, just let me show you here this one. If you go to the Khan Academy, I think maybe you guys also use this pretty much. You can go to this section.
I used it a little before, but I barely used it for math.
Yeah, maybe you get, I don't know which grade, maybe most of your people is 6th or 5th grade, right? So actually they have the common math. You can go, if you go to the SAT here, you can find a lot of similar questions as what are we talking about. Actually, if you go click inside, you will be find out what's going on there. Actually, they have a lot of basic information when you can learn from here. Very good sources, okay? Very good sources. Okay, let's go back to see what's we're doing here. Okay, so if someone have questions to this part? Anyone have questions?
No.
Okay, let's talk to continue moving on, okay? All right. 56. Given the line 2x minus 33y equal 9, and the equation of the line parallel to it pass through this one. So they are the same. If that's this we talked about right now. I think we just talked this one, right? So they are the same. Let's move on next one. Multi-choice. Okay, so this one, I think.
For what? Why did
maybe we didn't do this one yet. We didn't teach this one yet. We didn't teach this one. Do I teach this one to you already? Maybe not. I just try to see if you guys can do it. So actually, we will teach this one a little bit, but I put it here.
Oh, you did
before
teach
the text.
similar stuff.
Say it again. James, say it again. Let's see this one. Okay, let's see this one. So actually here is polynomial, and this is polynomial, and this degree 2, degree 1, degree 0, right? Degree 1, degree 0. So how we divide 6p2 2 plus 6p. And firstly, we make it sequence from the highest degree to lowest degree, right? 2, 1, 0, and divide this one. So this is 2 degree. So this degree of 1, this degree of 0, this degree 2, degree 1, and degree 0. So how we to do this one? So degree 1 need time 1 degree stuff, right? Like here. So you get a 6p to make sure p times something can match up the first one. So firstly, your 6p. 6p times p, you got a 6p square. 6p times 1, you got a 6p, right? And top minus bottom, top minus bottom, top minus bottom. So this part is got disappeared because they match up and same. And this part 16p over minus 6p. So you got 10p. Copy one down here, right? So we try to find the numbers p times what can match up here. Times 10. So you got a 10p plus 10, right? 10 times p got 10, 10 times 1 got 10. So top minus bottom, so got negative 8. Actually, it's negative is the remainder. P times nothing can got the negative 8, right? So this is the remainder. So you can see this one. So actually got 1. So this is the result, and this is the remainder. So actually it's 6p plus 10, and remainder is negative 8 over here, right? Let's give another math question, something like 629. You divide by 53. How you divide this guy? Yeah, same here. This is 100, hundreds, tenth, ones. This tenth, ones, right? So you try to say 553 times what close to here. So you need a 1 rather than 1 times 5, 1 times 3. You got a 53, right? The top minus bottom. Top minus bottom you can got. Here you can say 12. Here got a 9 and got 0 right here, right? Top minus bottom. Similarly, like here, top minus bottom, top minus bottom. So you got left one left is 9. And you pass another 9 down. Here the same thing, copy 2 down. And 99, 53. So you still put 1. 1 times 5 equal 5. 1 times 3 equal 3, right? Top minus bottom. So you got 6, and here got 4. So here is remainder. The remainder always less than 53. So 569, you can got what? Actually, you got 11 times 53, right? So here is the result. And plus 46. So plus is the remainder. So if you want to write into the result methods, say 629 over 53 equals what? Equals 11 plus 46 over 153, right?
Okay, so why do people take that long on this question? I don't even know what the number is.
Yeah, you just need to find out what's the remainder it is, right? So remainder is right here. So why the dividend still need right here. So this is actually extended version. So this topic is actually, oh, still have 2 people in the waiting room. Let me go take a look. Who is waiting room? Aiden, Deborah, why are you guys logging out? Oh, okay. Sorry for that one. Aiden, Deborah, sorry for that one. I just saw you guys waiting on. Why you guys logged out? Sometimes maybe the network.
I think it's connected.
Ah, okay. Let me see. So this part actually we didn't teach yet. I already bring up here. We didn't talk about polynomial division part. We will talk about this week and this quarter. Okay. Do you guys need to take a break? Or we can move on.
Break.
If we need a break, we can move on. GCF after this one. Okay?
I agree.
After this one, we take a 5 minutes break. Okay. All right. Let's talk a little bit quicker. See, what's the GCF? GCF is greatest common factor. Greatest common factor. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So actually, for let's see the coefficient part. 10 and 20. What's the biggest greatest common factor of them? It's 10, right? 10 times 2 equals 20. So definitely the greatest common factor is the 10 out of the coefficient. Right? So a square. So a square definitely can be the biggest common denomination. B power 3, b power b square. So b square is the biggest common factor. So put the 3 of together will be their biggest common factor. Let's see, T, right? Yeah, you can see one more people do correct. Okay, so take a 5 minutes break and come back 3:51. All right, sounds good. Not good, we can continue on.